Hello everyone, this is Kabir Aditya, your host, back with another vlog where I'm going to share you some of my experiences with Turkish food. I love Turkish food. I've been to Turkey many times, and frankly speaking, the culture, the food, the language, the people, Turkey is very similar to Azerbaijan. When you go back in time before Azerbaijan was part of the Soviet Union, and they were all the same people, like Turkic people. It also shows it in the flag of Azerbaijan. The blue color signifies that. The barbecue and the doner kebabs and all of that. And even the tea, the importance of tea during evenings. Living in Azerbaijan, going to Turkey was just like home to me, because drinking tea is like, there's no time to drink tea. It's every day, every time is the right time to drink tea. Azerbaijan, I also want to say that it's a country between Russia, Iran, bordering with Georgia, Armenia, and also Turkey. And on the east side of Azerbaijan, where Baku is located, is on the coastal of the Caspian Sea. Now, Caspian Sea is known as the world's largest lake. It's because it's landlocked, Caspian Sea, and the only source of water flowing into the Caspian Sea is the Volga River from Russia. And the countries that have the coastline at the Caspian Sea is Azerbaijan, Iran, Russia, Kazakhstan, and I believe also Turkmenistan. So right now, we're gonna go try some Turkish food, and I'll share my experiences with you. Shall we? So those were the starters, appetizers that you get in the Turkish restaurants. You get to choose what you want, and then they have their own prices. So that's the hederi. It's a yogurt dip, I think with herbs and salt and spices. You can see the red chili over there. Then there's it's called Mangal Salad. I think it's roasted bell peppers and eggplant with salt, pepper, and other herbs. Everybody knows what that is. It's the hummus, a chickpea paste with like garlic, salt, and olive oil and stuff. You can put nuts in it, but I don't think this one has it. Usually the Lebanese version have it. And we're gonna get some bread with it, and that's the appetizer. Salam verin.
Tamam, hoş geldiniz.
Çok sağ ol. Siz Azerbaycan?
Azerbaycan.
Okay. Ne çörek nece eli?
Çörek var belə. Belə əşməklərimiz var qəşəng. Sonra belə çörəklərimiz var.
So basically,
Dırnaq pide.
So that's another kind of bread. That's one. You can see the flour here. You can see the big rolling thing, and that's the stick used to put in the wood oven over there, like pizzas in Italian restaurants. So he's gonna make and show it to us.
Ne?
See that? He's using that. He's gonna flatten it out. That one as well. So I guess the idea is essentially the same. How they make pizzas and the bread here. You just put meat on it, and then you have lahmacun. Burada ne var?
Ispanak, soğan, biber.
Aha.
Bir de kara biber, kara biber.
Tatsız.
Evet, kara biber, tuz. Bir de yağ.
Ya, aha.
Ayçiçek simişka yağı. Ayçiçek.
Zeytun.
Yok, zeytun yok. Böyle çekirdek var ya, böyle balaca.
Simichka. Okay. So what he's saying is they put sunflower oil, onions, peppers, black pepper, and all of that. And I think it's boiled spinach. You can see it there. That's one. So look how meticulously he's doing that. And then he rolled it. It's closed like a calzone. that's gonna be, put it right there in the wood oven. Necə dəqiqə olacaq?
Abi sen 5-6 dakika.
5 ton.
Böyle tez bir şey ha.
5 dəqiqə?
Ha 5-6 dakika.
So we just had appetizers. It was a choban salad. It's called Shepard Salad. So it's basically with tomatoes, cucumbers, and coriander or parsley, something like that, with salt, pepper, olive oil. Very extensive use of olive oil and sunflower oil in Turkish food. The yogurt bit was very creamy, very delicious. It's great with the soft warm bread that we just saw. The eggplant one is very peppery, you can have that charcoal taste in it. And the chickpea is very grainy. Usually chickpea I do not like when it's too creamy. This is so much better. It's very grainy, you can feel as though you can still feel the texture of the chickpea when it's been made into hummus. So we just had appetizers. Now we're gonna have the main course.
Chicken and beef.
Lamb, chicken, and beef.
Yeah, mix.
Mix. Okay, so that's how they make the barbecue over here with the warm coal. And I think that's the bu nedir?
Bu şaşlıktı.
Şaşlık.
Dana etinden.
Dana etinden. Okay, so beef şaşlık.
Yes, beef.
I think that's the minced lamb or beef. Chicken, I think. Chicken koyup.
Evet, chicken.
Okay.
Bu kuzu.
Guzu. Oh, so guzu is I think lamb, like the baby sheep.
Antrikot. Kuzu antrikot.
Antrikot. So that's the mixture we were just seeing. I think that's the chicken. That's the lamb, minced lamb. I think it's called Adana kebab or something like that. Roast peppers, tomatoes, and burger. So whenever you order Turkish kebabs, you get these three things absolutely with that. Like there's no questions asked. That's the beef, and I think that's the lamb chop that we saw. So that's the mixture. The quality of meat here is insanely good. Like it's basically just grilled meat at some of them. Some of type like probably just salt and onions they've seasoned it with, and then put it up with a bit of tomato and pepper, and it's purely just the taste of the meat that gives it to it in the mixed grill. The rest of the kebabs, like the minced ones, has a lot of spices. I think it has a little bit of chopped pepper in it. I don't think they have tomato in that one. So, but the quality of meat that they use is top notch. I guarantee you that. Like, let me show you this one. That's a lamb chop. They call it antrikot in Turkey and Azerbaijan. I think it's in the language they call it antrikot. Any kind of chop. So just a little bit of salt and grilled in. The pure taste of that fat in it is insane, and it's so charcoal, like it's charred on the outside, very crispy, and the meat inside is just oozing with flavor because of that fat. And I think the difference between the antrikot, the lamb chops in Azeri style and Turkish one is that the Turkish ones, like they flatten it out a bit more. They make the meat very like thinner. The Azeri one is slightly thicker, and so it tastes very different. And but it's nonetheless very delicious. So if you're a beginner to Turkish food, the mixed grill is a perfect introduction to it. You get the side dish with the burger and the tomatoes, and yeah, so highly recommended. Let's try this crispy roll. That's, as you can see, the bread is really crispy. It's stuffed with, let me show you from this side, minced lamb kebab. So what they did is they put the lamb kebab and then they rolled it beforehand, and then they cut it into pieces, and then they put it into the skewer, and then they grilled it. A little different from the traditional way of making kebabs here. Let's try it out. The bread is mostly crispy on the outside, not on the inside. The inside, I think the meat's moisture has really softened it, and the meat is still also not as properly cooked because of the bread. But I like the meat slightly on the chewier side, so I love this dish. And the eggplant paste over there is, I'd say this is a must try. कैसा लगा खाना? शब्द नहीं बचे क्या? मम, एज अ वेजिटेरियन
Perfect.
आप बताइए कि वेजिटेरियन में ऑप्शंस कब कम होते हैं जब मीटेड होता है तो, बट हाउ कैन यू एंजॉय तुर्किश फूड?
Pide with spinach. We have Shepard Salad, pandir.
Pendir is basically cheese, that's what she said.
Some type of salads. It's very nice. Shorba.
Tell a little bit about the bread.
Bread is excellent. It's very nice quality bread.
So basically vegetarians, if they come from India, they
Can
can enjoy
survive, yeah.
Can survive. That's the baklava, the infamous baklava. Türk'te, Azerbaycan'da Türk'te farkı var.
Biz burası Türk restoranı. Ona göre Türk mü?
Türk ha. Azerbaijan baklava yok.
Şimdi burada yok.
Okay. So what he's saying is, this is the Turkish baklava. And because he said this is Turkish restaurant, we only keep the Turkish version. And Azerbaijan has its own version. I'll show you that in some other video. That's I think pistachio. A lot of views of pistachio in Turkish deserts and even kebab, so yeah. So, just had a meal at the Turkish restaurant. The previous restaurant that we were supposed to go to, they didn't have space for us. And then we tried another restaurant where we weren't allowed to film. Then I tried a Lebanese restaurant. Again, they didn't have seats. It's the weekend, so it's been busy and stuff. So finally we came to this Turkish restaurant at the end. And that's it for today. And so I tried to show you the food and a little bit about how Turkish Azerbaijan culture is similar and all that. Hope to see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers. Bye-bye.